The 1987 Men's League Softball Championships. Today our first game is going to get underway in just a minute, pitting the Bears, coached by Rick Berry, against the Tar Heels, coached by Tom Love. We'll set up the stage for you in just a few minutes and give you the starting lineups as soon as we're ready. First of all, I'd like to say that this is also Men's League Championship Day, and of course we've already had our annual bowling tournament, which we'll be announcing the winners of that a little bit later on. The picnic is underway and everybody's down having a good time. To briefly explain where we stand in this tournament, it is a double elimination tournament with the first week of competition already ended, and 4 of the teams, the Motown men, the Sportsmen, Doc Sox, and Emmetsville eliminated from competition, leaving the Bears, of course, the Tar Heels, the Orange Crush, and the Son of Brew Crew. The first game is going to determine one of the teams to play in the final of the losers bracket tournament. So the first game, one game drops, one loss will drop one of those 2 teams out. The second game will pit the Orange Crush and the Brew Crew to determine the winner of the winners bracket. That team will then, the team that loses that game will play the winner of the Bears Tar Heels to determine the winner of the losers bracket, and then that team will go on to play the winner of the Orange Crush Son of Brew Crew game. So there's a lot of action ahead, and we're going to come right back with the starting lineups. Okay, we're ready to get underway, and the Bears will be batting first, and that means the Tar Heels, of course, are going to be the home team. Let's set the defensive alignment for you real quick. Chad McIntosh will be pitching. Buddy Robinson behind the plate. Tom McNamara first. Bobby Stubbs at second. Ricky Anastasi at short. Dave Myrick at third. In the outfield, Mike Carter Jr. in left field. Tommy Love in left center. Kenny Webster in right center. And Brian McNeil in right. Here's our first batter, Ronnie Watkins. Ronnie's a longtime veteran of the Men's League. Close to being a charter member. Always has a real good time playing softball. Loves to sit up there and take pitches. At least today he does. Umpiring for today's contest, Jim Myrick behind the plate, B.A. Moore on the bases. Mike Carter makes the play, and that's 1 down. That'll bring up Ron Deerstein. Oop, I'm sorry. Ronnie Deerstein's on deck. Wes Red will be batting second.
Now batting Wesley Red.
This is the core of the Bears lineups. These guys have been with the franchise quite a while. Wesley, being sort of a utility player, has been playing all over for him. Rips a ball right in center field. Tommy makes a play. He's not going to take 2. So Wesley gets him going.
Base shot for Wesley Red. Now batting Ron Deerstein.
That brings up Ron Deerstein, left fielder. Ball drops in for a single. Wes holds up at second. First and second, 1 down. That'll bring up Coach Rick Berry.
Now batting Rick Berry.
Later on in the game, we'll start giving you some of the statistics on these players, show you how they've been doing all year. That ought to be worth some laughs. Up in the booth with me today, Ron Buchanan on camera, Russell Grimes as our announcer, And I'm B. Love. Carl Anderson on statistics. Carl will be joining me later for some commentary.
With 2 outs, now batting, Rich Cameron.
Bobby Stubb makes the play, and that's 3 down. So no runners advancing on Rick Berry's ball, didn't put any in position to score. So after half of 1 inning, score 0-0. We'll be right back. Well, as the Tar Heels come to bat in the bottom half of the first, let's go around the field and look at the Bears. Pitching, Eddie Dillon. Catching, Mo Grimes. First base, Rich Cameron. Second base, Mo Mills. At shortstop, Wes Red. Third base, Ronnie Watkins. Left field, Ronnie Deerstein. Left center field, Larry Brady. Right center field, Rick Berry. And in right field,
now batting, Mike Carter Jr.
Jim Peterson. Mike Carter gets under that one. Rich Cameron's got to play, but doesn't make it. So there's still life. Mike Carter Jr. is quickly gaining a reputation in the league for his blazing speed on the base pass. So one of the concerns is always to try and keep him on first base. Don't let him steal those extra bases. Tar Heels like to put him up, obviously, though, to move him around and get him in scoring position so they can strike quickly. Counts 2-2. Eddie Dillon has been pitching most of the year for the Bears, and normally has been an infielder playing second base, but he's been doing rather well this year at pitcher. Full count. Let's see what Mike Carter can do now. Whoops. Play to Wesley. Can't quite handle it, so he'll be first, safe at first.
Now batting, David Myrick.
Dave Myrick is now up. Dave, one of the yearly all-stars in this league. Looking real poised in there. He's going to wait for something good. Three balls, no strikes. So Eddie's digging himself in a little bit of a hole here right off the bat. No, and he's going to walk Dave Myrick. That'll bring up Tommy Love, the coach.
Now batting, Tom Love.
Tommy's motto, of course, is I didn't come up here to stand there and look at pitches, so I know he's going to be trying to hit it somewhere. Ball 1. Eddie hadn't quite found the groove yet. Playing him straight around in the field. Another ball. Full house. Full count, rather. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 3 balls. That's what I meant to say. So Tommy thought he had his 4th ball, but instead Jimmy called it a strike. So the count's 3-1. On the plate for ball 4. So that loads up the bases. Brings up Ricky Anastasi.
Now batting, Rick Anastasi.
to Ricky. Eddie's walked in a run. So the Bears are digging themselves into a little bit of a hole. Obviously, he's going to have to start getting better, getting
Now
the ball
batting,
across.
Ken Webster.
Brings up Kenny Webster. They're obviously just going to sit and look at him now until he starts throwing strikes. Can't really blame him. Oh my goodness, ball two. And I've got to be wondering about how long it's going to take Rick Barry to come in here and make a move. There you go. There's a strikes. 2-1's a count. Base hit for Kenny Webster. And the play's going to the plate. Eddie cuts it off. Tommy scores. So that's 3 runs in for the Tar Heels.
Now batting, Tom McNamara.
Nobody out, and that brings up Tom McNamara. Ball 1. Called strike. And that's another walk. So that's his 4th walk of the inning, and I think that's going to be it for Eddie. Just a little too jittery. See what the move Rick Barry makes.
I'd like to remind everyone that we are still serving beer, food, and sodas back behind the left field fence.
Where's your shirt from last year? But that's the only thing we got. Huh? Oh, wear something light, man. Wear something, like white, something white. Tell Tully too.
What, after McIntosh?
McNeil, Stubbs, Robeson, Myers, Miller.
McNeil, Stubbs, Robeson.
As we said earlier, the loser of this game is eliminated from the tournament. So I think it's wise that Rick had to make a move. They can't afford to give away runs this early in the ball game. A lot of game left. But however, 4 runs are in and the bases are loaded. And they're not even out of the bottom of the inning yet. So let's see what Rick Barry can do. Batters, Chad McIntosh.
Now batting, Chad McIntosh.
My goodness, and Chad just rips it by Larry Brady. Tom McNamara will score. Kenny Webster scored. So Chad with a stand-up double, 3-run score. That'll make the score 7-0.
It will make it 6-0.
6-0, I'm sorry. Corrected by the statistician. Now batting, Brian McNeil.
Now batting, Brian McNeil.
Gotta keep it straight over here, Carl. We're only announcers.
You've seen it too fast. Indecisions, and you gotta cut that money.
So Brian McNeil walks. Rick Berry's not having much better luck than Eddie Dillon did. So with Chad on second,
Now batting, Bob Stubbs.
Brian on first, that'll bring up Bobby Stubbs. Bobby Stubbs, shallow fly ball. Larry Brady makes the play, however, and Chad will not advance. So they've got their first out, and that'll bring up Buddy Robeson.
At bat, Buddy Robeson.
Buddy Robeson tags it, and Jim Peterson cannot hold on to the ball. Meanwhile, Chad is going to score. Brian McNeil, he holds him at third, and Buddy's in with a stand-up double.
What stand-up what?
Double. Well, my goodness gracious. Jim Peterson almost made a spectacular play on that ball, but he couldn't quite get the handle. Looked like a wide receiver running down the field, bobbling that thing. Anyway, it was a good try. So that's one down, men at second and third, and that'll bring up Rich Myers.
1 out. The batter, Rich Myers. Larry Brady, throw to home.
Larry Brady makes the
Call
play,
it safe.
and Brian McNeil takes advantage of a sort of lackadaisical catch and scores. The next batter will be Mike Miller.
Deep.
Mike Miller gets his bat on it, but it's going to be a fly out to Larry.
And
that'll end the inning. So, how many total, Paul?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So the Tar Heels really capitalizing
After
on
one inning.
the shaky
Two hits.
pitching of the
5
Bears.
walks.
Amass 8 runs in the bottom
2
half.
errors and 8 runs.
Amass 8.
8-0.
Amass 8 runs in the bottom half of the first to lead the game 8-0. Joining me in the booth now, Paul Dorsey, veteran of the men's league, keen judge of talent, one of our analysts. Paul, what do you think about this game? This is to determine who goes on to be playing for the winners of the losers bracket. It sounds a little confusing, but you know what I mean. It's survival of the fittest. You lose, you're gone. That's about all there is to it. And the Bears have already dug themselves into 8-0
The lineup.
hole after only 1 inning.
Brenner.
What's your observation?
Well, what's going to be a key here is whether or not they can settle down their pitching
Pedersen. Bill.
and hopefully keep from putting themselves in a further hole than they are now. It looks to me like they've got the talent to come back, but you've got to be able to get, there's a long ball out to the left fielder, and he makes the play. It looks like they've got the talent to come back, but you can't keep giving away 8 runs an inning, B.
I agree with that. Plus, they got to start to get some right now.
On deck, Ed Brenner.
Batter now is Ed Brenner.
Batter.
Paul, 4 teams left: Bears, Tar Heels, Son of Brew Crew, and the Orange Crush. Who you like? Who you like? I'm not asking you to play favorites, because I know you're a member of the Orange Crush, but I mean, basically, how do you see the tournament unfolding at this time, if you want to start to...
I'll tell you, B, it looks to me like, it's come down to the same thing it does every year. Teams get a little momentum going, and, really it's difficult to say. I think the Orange Crush is in a good position, but the Son of Brew Crew have really shown something the last couple weeks out here. They've got their hitting together, they've got a solid team defensively, and they've got that youthful spirit that sometimes can be contagious and generate a lot of runs at opportune times.
Well, that's true. They certainly are loaded up with the young talent in the league, and they have been playing well. But as you well know, I think anything can happen in the tournament. We've seen some crazy things, and we're hoping that we'll see some crazy things today. I know we're going to see some good softball, that's for sure. The batter now for the Tar Heels, Jim Peterson. Oh my goodness.
There by Stubbs.
Bob Stubbs makes the play. So the Tar Heels come back to bat after the Bears failed to pick up any runs to catch up with them, and they're going to go right back to the beginning of the order. Left fielder, Mike Carter Jr. Paul, what's your assessment of this young man? They're saying he's one of the future stars of the men's league. Got a lot of speed, able to hit the ball well, good fielder. Been real solid for the
Now batting, Mike Carter
solid
Jr.
for the Tar Heels this year.
I'll tell you what, B, he's a very smooth player. You notice that smoothness as soon as he's at bat and in the field. That's something that you just can't teach. You either have it or you don't. And I think Mike's got that, and he can go a long way in this league.
Well, he's patient at the plate. And Rick Berry continues with their pitching woes as he walks Mike Carter Jr. to lead off the second inning.
Well,
I tell you.
a long day for them if this keeps
Now
up.
batting, David Myrick.
Well, obviously, you got to have a pitcher who's going to throw some strikes. They simply can't continue on like this and have any hopes of winning a ball game. That brings up David Myrick. Strike one to Dave. West makes the play. The throw not in time. So we got one down.
Myrick lines out the short. Brings Tom Love to bat.
I'll bring up Tommy Love.
Oh, B, give us a little insight on this guy. How well do you know this guy right here?
Well, pretty good. Tommy, of course, pretty good, pretty daggone good softball player. Constantly in the top 5 or so of the batters. And there's a base hit. And look at Mike Carter, doesn't hesitate to take 3 in with no problem. And Tommy, being smart runner, ends up taking second on the play. So
Knocking to play at third.
well, he's obviously
Speed is evident right there.
sure. There's 2 pretty fast guys right out there.
Now batting, Rick Anastasia.
When you have people like that to get on base for you, make some things happen. It gets that momentum going on the team. And sure, if they're working, it's going to work good for them. That brings up Ricky Anastasia. That's a foul ball. Ricky's got the reputation of being a pull hitter. So I imagine you'll see the fielders sort of staying around to the left side.
Well, he's definitely got a lot of power that way, but I've seen him go the opposite way with a fair amount of power too, so they can't play him totally around.
Well, Larry Brady isn't paying too much attention to that theory. But there's one sit out. Ron Deerstein to make that catch easy. And Mike Carter to score with no problem.
Mike Carter tags and scores on the sac fly by Rick Anastasia. Kenny Webster's the batter.
That'll bring up Kenny Webster. Paul, let me ask you this question. Who would you like to face coming in? You know, assume for the time being that you get past the Sun and Brew crew in the first round of this day's play. Which 2 of these teams would you prefer to play? You've played them both, and of course the Orange Crush lost twice to the Bears and then beat them once, and they
Now batting, Tom McNamara.
lost once to the Tar Heels and beat them twice, one of those being a forfeit. So I mean, either one from the win-loss standpoint is no big deal. What are your observations as we watch Tom McNamara bat?
I'll tell you, B, I think these teams are so similar that it really makes little difference who we play. When it comes down to a defensive aspect, they're both balanced. Offensively, they both have a few power players, but they're not going to kill you with the long ball. They're going to stab away at you with a few hits here and there. So when it comes down to a contest heads up, doesn't matter to me.
You sort of reflect my opinion. I don't really care who it is. Tom McNamara being patient, and his patience is getting him called strike 2. Oh, and West can't make the play, so that's going to score. Tommy's going to score, and Tom holds up at first base, and Kenny Webster goes into third standing up. So the Tar Heels continue to work.
Now batting, Chad McIntosh.
Oh, that's another base hit for Chad. That'll score Kenny Webster, and Tom McNamara holds at second.
I'll tell you, being watching Chad over the years, he's one of those hitters that just seems to be able to hit any pitch anywhere he wants. He just consistently hits well, and he'll probably do a 4-for-4 day.
I wouldn't doubt it. He certainly does hit the ball well. There's no doubt.
Now batting, Brian McNeil.
That'll bring up Brian McNeil. And Brian loops one into left center. They're going to send Tom McNamara. No, he stops. Oh, my goodness. Well, you got to ask yourself, what's going on out there? Why would he stop him? Once that night train gets rolling, you want to let it go home to the station.
No doubt about it.
That'll bring up Bobby Stubbs. Now the bases are loaded.
Now batting Bob Stubbs.
Carl. Only one, right? Two down. Well, we've said it before and we'll say it again. The pitching woes of the Bears could be their undoing as Rick Berry walks in another run.
Now batting Buddy Robeson.
Buddy Robeson now the batter. And certainly I know that Rick's thinking to himself that he can't afford to be walking people in this stage of the order. And Buddy Robeson gets a hit. That'll score Chad. Brian McNeil's going to score. They make the play, but it's no good, and Bobby Stubbs will advance to third. So Buddy Robeson with a timely hit. My goodness. When it rains, it pours. Is that what we should be talking about?
Well, I tell you, B, it's starting to parallel the rain we had earlier. It's coming down so hard now. I think Bear's only looking for that last out to save his face a little bit on this play. But they'll come back. It's just a matter of settling down and starting to get the hits going on their end of it.
Well, that's true. It is early, and you know we've all seen these tremendous comebacks, so I wouldn't count them out by any stretch of the imagination, but my goodness gracious. There's a lot of runs in 2 innings.
Certainly. I tell you, B, it looks like we've got ourselves an experienced umpiring crew out there.
Yes. I've always said you can't ask for any better than Jimmy Myrick behind the plate. Rich Myers gets under this one, so Larry Brady going to make this. No, I'm sorry, Ron Deerstein calls him off for the third out. So.
Rich Myers. 3 outs to end the second inning.
So after 2 complete, it's Tar Heels 14, the Bears nothing. With me now is our statistician, Carl Anderson. And Carl, what do you think's going on here?
Bears 0.
Well, there's a lot of hits, a lot of walks. I tell you, they think they can dig themselves out of this hole?
It's a question. If they get some pitching and get a whole bunch of hitting, they might have a chance. But right now it looks awful glim.
Carl was the coach of the Sportsmen this year, and Carl, you guys got out a kind of slow start, but were really playing well towards the end of the season. You played everybody out here. What are your observations on the tournament the rest of the way? What do you think could happen?
The way I feel about it, I think any given time a team can beat another team out here. Every team seems to be very competitive, very close. There's a couple teams that are young this year, and one of them is still in it. It has a lot of strong arms, but then they don't have the experience. So, you know, it depends on who plays the organized ball the way it's supposed to be played. It has the best chance, and right now it looks awful tough for the Bears, and it looks like Tar Heels are on a roll.
I'll tell you what, you're right about that. Well, the first batter flies out, Mo Mills, for the Bears, and that'll bring up Larry Brady.
Now batting Larry Brady.
Larry Brady, known as a very patient hitter, makes sure he gets something good before he takes a cut. Carl's just pointing out to me that so far the Tar Heels have scored 14 runs on 7 hits, so obviously the walk playing a big part in the game so far. It's on the plate, counts 3-1. Chad's a good pitcher, Paul. I tell you, he consistent, throws enough strikes to always keep you in there. Doesn't walk very many people. Mike Miller, no. And oh my goodness gracious. Kenny Webster calls off Mike Miller and makes the catch. A diving catch though, I'll tell you.
Nice play to make the second out by Kenny Webster. Now batting, Ed Dillon.
That'll bring up Eddie Dillon.
I'll tell you, B, that was a good-looking play, but a little bit strange that the outfielder would call off the infielder with a little bit of an advantage on that one. But hey, who am I to judge when it comes down to infield play? As far as watching this game right here, we've got one of the masters in this league of the verbiage, as well as some playing skill, even though it's been eroded a little bit by time, is Ed Dillon. Ed can bring up a lot of inspiration in the players around him, and I think Ed's one of those guys that has put a lot into this league, and it's to a testament to his ability that he has stayed around as long as he has, and he contributes, and you couldn't ask anything more of a player than you do of Ed Dillon.
I tell you, everybody's been asking him, when are you going to retire to the booth, Eddie? And he claims never, never. He'll play till they got to drag him out.
We have plenty of food and drinks right behind the left field fence. Hamburgers and cheeseburgers for $1.
So as we head into the bottom of the third inning,
beer is $1 and 50 cents for a Coke.
the Tar Heels will come back in to see if they can add to their lead. We'll be right back.
Mike Miller.
Okay, it's currently bottom of the third, and we have a score of 14-0.
Excuse me, bottom of 3.
We got a pop up to the third baseman. Ron Watkins makes a play.
Now batting, Mike Carter Jr.
Tell you, when games are going like this, it seems like batters are coming up more often than you normally see them. But Mike Carter's here again to see whether he's going to pick up on a walk or possibly go for the big one here.
Already, I tell you, it seems every time we turn around, we're looking at Mike Carter. I believe he's led off the beginning of each inning. Larry Brady makes the catch, long fly ball. So it'll be one down.
Hope you hadn't had too many of those, man.
The 2 outs. Now batting, David Myrick.
I thought Norm was Norm.
Now we continue the action with Dave Myrick batting. Well, Michael Carter Jr. That long fly ball by him might just give the Bears the inspiration they need. They got the leadoff batter out. He's led off every inning, so they got him out this inning. Maybe they can make something happen.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're looking for a player to get something started, David Myrick is the player that I would pick. He's got a lot of power. He can do just about anything he wants with that bat. There you go.
Just like you said, and there's a good solid base hit. I think in this case it's to keep something going instead of getting it started. They already started it a long time ago.
That's true. Again, B, these teams are so similar that you sometimes lose track of who's got the score and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Now batting, Coach Tom Love.
It's like Monk may have lost a step. I think he'd be in a second, no problem. But of course, there's no reason to stretch it at this stage of the game. They got a big lead, so I guess he's playing it safe. Don't blame him. Bring up Tommy Love, the batter.
You know, maybe B figures he's got the game won and wants to save a little energy for the next one.
Well, I don't know about that, but I know there's no reason not to be a little conservative at this point. Tommy lifts that one up. Oh my goodness gracious!
Hit the gap.
It gets between them.
Okay, we got Myrick rounding third, heading for
There's
home.
that speed.
No problem with that, and then Tommy safely into second.
So Tommy in with a double. My goodness.
It's a double for Tom Love. Now batting Rick Anastasi.
Well, you know, I don't see him around, but I know that yellow team is around somewhere looking, and they got to be a little worried about these Tar Heels. I mean, my goodness, this team looks incredible. What do you think?
I'd say they're exploding right now. I think they're not only walking well, but they're now starting to hit well. So anything can happen at this stage, but Tommy's got his team on a roll, it looks like.
Yeah. Ricky Anastasi, the batter. He's got that up in the air. Larry Brady getting his work cut out for him. He makes the catch, and that's 3 outs. So after 3 complete innings of play, the score is 15-0 in favor of the Tar Heels. We'll be right back. First up for the Bears, Ronnie Watkins, and immediately gets under the ball. Ricky Anastasi making the call and makes a play. 1 down. That'll bring up Ron Deerstein.
Ronnie
Nope.
Watkins
Again,
flies out to the
Wes Red.
shortstop. Brings up Wesley Red.
Well, maybe Wesley can get something started for the Bears. And he hits that, rips that ball. It's going to get, oh, it's out of here. My goodness, it's gone. Wes Red, home run. Tomahawk that one out of here. So the Bears chip away at that Tar Heel lead. 15-1 now. They're on their way back. The batter, Ronnie Deerstein.
Now batting Ron Deerstein.
And that's a base hit by Ron Deerstein. So apparently there is life after the first 3 innings for the Bears. Starting.
Now batting Coach Rick Barrett.
Rick Barry now batting. Takes call strike 1. And there's a base hit. Ron holds up at second, first and second. I'll bring up Rich Cameron.
Now batting Rich Cameron.
Rich Cameron, a longtime member of the men's league, both basketball and softball. Used to be a constant at third, but has lately been playing first base. Takes ball 1. Strike 1, 1-1. Strike 2 to Rich Cameron. 1 and 2. Oh, and there's a base hit opposite field. They're going to send Ronnie Deerstein. Play goes to second, so he'll score. Here they come. 15-2.
Now batting, Mo Grimes.
Mo Grimes now the batter. And they're playing him pretty much square straight around. Mo can hit the ball deep, and you just simply can't afford to play him up like you'd like to. He takes strike 1. And I'm first and second. Oh my goodness, call strike 2. 0 and 2 on Mo. Fouls it off. And the third strike. Foul rule in effect. The batter is out. That brings up Ed Brenner. Ed Brenner with the fly out to Mike Carter to end the inning. This top or bottom?
Bottom of 4 coming up.
Coming up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 2 runs. After 3.5. Carter Hills 15, and the Bears 2. That's after 3.5.
As you might have heard our
After
scorer just say,
3.5.
after 3.5, it's 15-2 Tar Heels.
15-2 Tar Heels.
First up for the Tar Heels, Kenny Webster. Oh, and he rips a base hit. Jim Peterson fields it clean. We got a man on. That'll bring up Tom McNamara. Can I set a little example for you? Here. Show you.
No, I don't know. You told me not to have one eye.
No, you can let it have a little bit. Don't cut on them.
Oh,
Put a little life into it.
okay. Well, when I tried it, you cut me off. You told me to keep it back. I wasn't cutting it.
Save yourself time. Now batting Tom McNamara.
Tom McNamara with a base hit. Kenny advances to second.
Base hit for Tom McNamara. Now batting Chad McIntosh.
That'll bring up Chad McIntosh. And the Tar Heels continue to romp.
Was it in? Yeah. Okay.
They are looking awfully tough at this point.
You might not want to use that one.
Chad takes the ball.
Look at you use somebody's out here. Dorsey lets you use his. He can catch the ball.
Oh, Jim Peterson, play. Kenny holds at second.
I'd like to remind everyone that our next game will pit the Orange Crush against the Son of Brew Crew,
That'll bring up Brian McNeil.
the loser of whom will play against the winner of this game.
Base hit.
Hey, Dave, give that to me as soon as you can.
Whoops, and that's going to drop in. There's trouble. Oh my goodness, no, I'm sorry. Mo made the catch. Super play by Mo Mills.
Nice grab by Mo Mills. The 2 out.
That's
Batter,
2 down.
Bob
Bring up
Stubbs.
Bobby Stubbs. Oh, and that's also could drop in. Fair ball, base hit. Kenny Webster will score. Tom McNamara into third, standing up, and Bobby takes second with a double. So they're really playing on the right field over there.
That was a wedge. That was an iron shot, wasn't it? A wedge.
What's going on, Ronnie? Where do all these opposite field hitters come from?
I don't know.
Now batting, Buddy Robeson.
They must know something about the right field.
I guess so.
That's 3 RBIs for Stubbs.
Didn't Buddy Robeson go to right last time?
Yeah.
That'll bring up Buddy Robeson.
It's cheating this time. Any of these guys that could hit with power to right field.
Foul ball.
They're in trouble.
Tell Rick after this inning how many runs he needs to stay in the game.
Oh my goodness, Mo can't handle the play. Tom McNamara is going to score. Bobby Stubbs is going to score, and Buddy Robeson stays at first. I think he might have hurt his leg on that play. Tom loves calling for a substitute runner.
Don't do that anymore, Carl.
Let it burn. Now batting, Rich Myers.
Brings up Rich Myers. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. That'll push Chad around to second. Mike Miller now batting.
Now batting, Mike Miller.
Well, the Tar Heels just continue to put the pressure on the Bears. Mike Miller gets straight up under that. Wes will make the play for the third out. And now the Bears have got a whole lot of mo to do. We're going to be right back. Into the 5th inning. The score is 18. 18-2 in favor of the Tar Heels. So the Bears are running out of space here. Jim Peterson, the first batter. Dave Myrick makes a catch, still gets him. Good stretch by Bobby Stubbs.
Nice play to get the first out.
I'd like to welcome into the booth our guest play-by-play man, Jay McCarl. Jay was captain of the Doc Sox teams that got eliminated last week. Jay, what do you think so far of the tournament?
I think it's an excellent time and a good family activity too, with all the food down here and the children running around and the nice-looking young ladies. But don't tell my fiance I said that.
Okay. We're going to turn the call over to Jay.
That's 2 down with Mo Mills grounding out to the pitcher.
With 2 down, the batter, Larry Brady.
Here comes Larry Brady up to bat. trying to salvage the Bears' effort. Larry Brady taking a quick 0-2 count. Chad's got him pressed back to the limit. Gutsy taking a pitch, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Ooh, 2-2. Nerves of steel. Chad McIntosh steps up to the rubber. Here's the pitch. Ooh, pops up. That's trouble though. Ricky Anastasi makes the catch. And that's the ball game. Final score?
Tar Heels 18, Bears 2.
Tar Heels 18 and the Bears 2.
Tar Heels 18, Bears 2.
Not exactly a close game, and you've got to admit that Tom Love's team has a tremendous amount of momentum heading into these final round of the playoffs. And that wraps it up for now. And now we have Orange Crush. And
broadcasting this game with me today is Brian Moore. PA, what do you think of the feeling with both these teams in a winner's bracket? Anybody's got an edge here?
Yes, I feel that the yellow team's got the edge talent-wise. And the Orange Crush has got the edge experience-wise.
Base hit up the left field line. Kenny Moltz handles it, comes into second. Paul Tully with a single. Paul Tully this year loves to go to right field. He's just an opposite field hitter. That time he pulls it up the line.
Yeah. He's got an unorthodox swing. It's very hard to predict where he's going to go. He's a tough hitter to defend, and he knocks a lot of balls in the creek. And here's another tough hitter to defend. Bill Keene had 12 hits, left-handed hitter, takes the ball real strong to left field. To right field. He won't go to left too often.
Bill's a good hitter for the Center Brew Crew, batting .400 for the year. Very consistent player for him. Shuffles between first base and third base for the Center Brew Crew. He's got a single up right past second base. Tully takes second, goes to third. Stands up at third. Keene goes into second for a stand-up.
That's a single with an error on the throw to third. But Bill, I don't know how many times this year Bill's done that. He stands on second base more than anybody in the league.
Now batting for the Center Brew Crew, David Berry.
I agree with you, Paul. I mean, Bill's up there. Here comes Dave Berry, who led the league this year in batting at 680 with 19 RBIs. It's a nice situation for Dave, BA. He's got runners on second and third. No outs. Long shot to left field. Kenny Moltz makes the catch. Tully tags up, scores easily. Keene holds at second.
That fly ball to left field illustrates the difference between weather conditions from the first game to the second game. I'm not a meteorologist, but I'll tell you, the air was very heavy the first game, but it's a little bit lighter here for the second game.
Carl Anderson the third, the batter.
The sun's come out and cut through those clouds, and here's a guy who's gonna test the atmospheric conditions right now, Carl Anderson the third.
Carl batting .545 for the year. Hits a shot to left field, nice hit. Keene goes to third, stays there. Anderson at second. The nice thing, I'd like to congratulate Carl this year. This is his first year voted on the All-Star team selection.
Now batting for the Center Brew Crew,
Strong bat.
John Green.
Strong bat, good glove. He's a young guy. It's nice to see some of the young guys come up on the All-Star team.
Sure is, and here's another young guy at bat, John Green, the shortstop. And he's a singles hitter, and just what they need here with men on second and third.
John Green just finished up his Babe Ruth season over the weekend. He was a pitcher. Hits one back to the pitcher. Fink goes to first. Batter's out of first. Runners hold second and third. 2 outs. Coming up to bat, Billy Mims, who's batting .428 for the year.
Billy Mims, the batter for the Center Brew Crew.
Well, Billy plays a lot of ball for the volunteer fire department of Greenbelt. and he's a teammate of the man standing on second base, Carl Anderson III, and I know Billy'd like to get Carl home on a nice single.
Here's a nice little switch up. Billy used normally a right-handed batter, goes to left this time. Base hit. Nice shot by Billy. Both runners score. Mims goes to second. That was a nice base hit by Billy with 2 RBIs. Here it is starting out already. Son of Brew Crew getting the jump. Some of the young guys getting on the bag, and Billy Mims scoring 2 RBIs there.
Now batting for the Son of Brew Crew, Steve Lambell.
And a good illustration of the need to throw to the correct base. We had Kenny Maltz take the ball into third and an extra base gotten on the single, and that time an extra base gotten on a single because B went home with it. There's a base hit to the left. That'll score Mims. The throw comes into second. Oh, he threw behind the runner, holding Lambell at first. But that's what's needed. They can't let these guys get past first base on these base hits.
You're right. I think they played a smart play that time because they held the runner at first. They knew that Mims is too
The
fast.
batter for the Son of Brew Crew, Russell Grimes.
He's too fast to get around there and to try and stop him at home.
Russell's a good reason why, or an illustration why this team's so tough. A lot of left-handed hitters that are taking it hard to the right side of the diamond, and these second basemen are having a rough time with it.
Well, Russell's batting .285 for the year. He likes to put it right over that second baseman's head. He's got a nice even swing.
And he's looking at a couple of pitches, which is smart. He's 2 balls, no strikes, and he's going to make Dave hit a couple of pitches. And Jimmy Myrick didn't like that pitch.
That's a 3-0 count now. Let's see if Russell has the red light.
I tell you, those pitches didn't miss by much. Jimmy's got a tight strike zone out there. And giving a free pass to Russell.
Coming up to bat for the Son of Brew Crew is Howard Gore, the pitcher.
Now batting for the Son of Brew Crew, the pitcher.
He's batting
Howard
.230
Gore.
with 6 RBIs this year, B.A.
Well, what he batted during the year isn't as important as how he's going to do now, obviously. But because Howard is an experienced veteran who takes the ball well up the middle. And I guarantee you, Howard's thinking about going right back up the middle with this thing.
Goes to second base. Oh, error on the second baseman. Steve Lambell scores from second base, I'm sorry. Russell holds up at third. Howard Gore lands on first base on that error. Coming up to bat for Son of Brew Crew, Jim Bryan, the catcher.
And
now batting for the Son of Brew Crew, the catcher, Jim Bryan.
And we can't say enough good things about Jim Bryan, very experienced ball player. And I tell you what, he's thinking about one thing, a nice soft line drive over the head of the third baseman. Let's see what he does here.
So many times he's come up with that. He's batting .130 for the year, but Jim likes to wait on a lot of pitches. He makes a lot of pitchers kind of on edge because he'll look at 7 pitches. Almost as you predicted, but it was foul ball, B.A. Jimmy had a nice stroke there.
Well, even though I'm not the only one in the stadium who knows he's trying to do that, Kenny Maltz playing left field knows it as well. But he can't cheat up too much because even though Jim's got a few miles on him, he's still got the power to take it over a left fielder's head.
That's a blooper. And that's a K for Dave Fink on Jimmy Bryan at the end of 1 inning. Scores 5-0 in favor of Son of Brew Crew, Dave Barry's first-year team.
After 1 complete inning of play, Son of Brew Crew 5, Orange Crush 0.
There's an echo in the stadium here. But now this second at bat is crucial in my opinion for the Orange Crush. Last week they had a 12-run 7th inning. They had 2 hits going into that 7th inning. They will not be afforded that luxury this afternoon. They're going to have to get on the good stick early, and even though they hit the ball well the first inning, nothing found a hole, and they're going to have to start dropping a few balls.
Well, I don't know if you call 3 up, 3 down, hitting the ball well in the first inning, but here comes Paul Jurgensen, who is a all-star selection this year, batting .451. Paul's a left fielder for the Orange Crush, and he's got 16 RBIs this year. Paul's is a base hitter. I mean, he's been known to put a few out. This one goes deep to left center. Steve Lambell easily handles it. That's 1 down. Coming up to bat is Paul Dorsey, shortstop for the Orange Crush.
Yeah, it's up to somebody on this crush to get up there, look at a few pitches, figure out that they need base runners. Nobody gonna win this thing by themselves, but they have to be conscious of the fact that they're already 5 runs behind. It's only the top of the second
Dorsey's
inning.
the batter for the Orange Crush.
Paul's batting .454 for the Orange Crush this year and making the transition from left field to shortstop. John Green easily handles that one, and Dorsey's down at first. Coming up to bat for the Orange Crush, Mike Sapp, the catcher.
Now batting for the Orange Crush, the catcher, Mike Sapp.
BA, just what you mentioned before this inning began, we had 3 up, 3 down for the Orange Crush. You said this was a crucial inning, and there's 3 up and 3 down again.
Well, that's what I meant about hitting the ball well. I mean, those were 3 well-hit balls, but not finding the hole by any means. And now you've got 6 up, 6 down, and the Crush really will have to put the leather on the ball and try to stay in this game until it clicks for them.
Well, one nice thing about the Orange Crush is they do have a great defensive team. That's how they've got as far as they have in this tournament. But with the offense that Son of Brew Crew has, I think it's going to be awfully hard because they can put the ball wherever they want.
I agree with you, Jim, but we have to look at the fact that Tommy Love's team did forfeit a game, unfortunately, through a miscommunication the first week of the tournament. That allowed Orange Crush to get 1 game up without even taking the field. Then in the second game, like I say, they went 6 innings with only 2 hits and didn't click till the 7th inning of their victory over the Bears team.
Mike Rosenthal, the batter for Son of Brew Crew.
The Crush is going to be having some second thoughts about their collective ability, believe me. And this yellow team, this Son of Brew Crew, is really going to test their mettle out there.
I agree. You can't get down so far. You got to dig yourself out of a hole. Mike Rosenthal is the end of the order here. No, I'm sorry. Kenny Delaney is coming up next. Mike's batting .476 for the year. Another left-handed batter. They probably have the most left-handed batters in the league, I think, on Son of Brew Crew here.
Yeah, I really like the Son of Brew Crew team. I know I'm supposed to stay impartial up here in the box, and I am, but you got to like all the left-handed hitters, all the young talent, all the good legs out there. And
Base hit
Rosenthal
from Mike.
Has been doing it all year. You know, he's batting close to 500,
yeah.
And it's the same thing. He's like a machine out there. These little things over the first baseman's head, and they're finding a little hole, and all of a sudden he's on first base. And Kenny Delaney's capable of the same thing, and then
exactly.
we hit the leadoff.
Now batting for the Son of Brew Crew, Ken Delaney.
Kenny's batting .347 for the year, but the nice thing about this, BA, is that this is the bottom of your order hitting. I mean, you can put these guys, juggle them all around, but this is the bottom of your order, and I tell you, that's what pulls you through sometimes.
Undoubtedly, that's who's going to win the championship. Whoever wins this thing, it's going to be the middle players and the late round picks that do it for them.
It always seems like they're the ones that, you know, it's not a sure out.
Oh, here's the tag. Oh, very.
Rosenthal tags up on a doubting Kenny Moltz's arm there, throws it right into Roland. Roland makes a good tag, covers the base. That's 2 outs. I don't know what they were thinking that time, B. I mean, it's not like it was a deep shot. It was a short shot to left field.
Well, they weren't thinking, Jimmy. That's the problem.
Now batting for the Son of Brew Crew, Paul Tully.
The only way I tag up at first is when there's 2 outs and the ball is closer to the fence. Then it's worth the gamble to put a runner in scoring position. But not with the leadoff hitters coming up.
I agree. Paul Tully with a single right up the middle. He's the leadoff hitter. He's batting .500 a year with 16 hits. I think he's got 2 this game already.
He sure does.
For the Son of Brew Crew.
And we saw Paul lead off coming down the third baseman's throat. Now he went straight up the middle. Next time we're bound to see him go down the right field line.
Yeah, he can go anywhere he wants. Up to bat, Billy Keene.
He hit it.
Nice long shot. Bill Love easily handles it. That's the 3rd out for Son of Brew Crew. No runs scored. And we're coming up to the bottom of the 2nd. For the Orange Crush is John Novak, the 3rd baseman.
Oh, the leadoff hitter is the most crucial hitter of any inning, and good call there by Ed Dillon. Half a step at first.
Nice throw with John Green. John Green's been playing high school baseball, and he's been a pitcher, so you know he's got an arm behind him. But to go that deep in the hole and throw him out going to first, John Novak's not slow.
No.
Now batting for the Orange Crush, Steve Beckham.
And John Green's experience in the Babe Ruth League helps him at short. It hurts him at the plate, as you saw that first time up hitting it back to the pitcher, but that's because his timing's off.
Long hit down left field. Paul Tully easily handles it. Steve Beckham flies out to left field. That's 2 down. And so far, Dave Barry has pitched to 8 batters, and all of them have been up and down quick. Joe Dennison coming up here.
Now batting for Orange Crush, Joe Dennison.
I think he's notorious right fielder for Orange Crush here, B.A.
Yeah, he hits to right, and he's a left-handed hitter, which is natural. But let me just make a comment on the fact that David, the 8 batters he's faced, he's probably only thrown 16 to 32 pitches, not many, because Orange Crush just isn't looking at that many pitches.
Now there's a base hit up the middle. Nice shot by Joe Dennison, which is not surprising because 2 years ago, Joe Dennison led the league in RBIs. He can hit either middle or go the right side of the field, and it's nice to have that. Like I said, it's a lower party order. Coming up to bat is Roland Hoke, the second baseman.
Yeah, and
Roland Hoke's the batter.
Roland's a very capable hitter, singles hitter, and there he goes.
Oh, right over John Green's glove. Dennison holds a second. That's a single for Roland. That was a nice hit there by Roland to get right over the shortstop.
John will be the first one to tell you that he
Now
might have
batting for the Orange
mistimed his jump
Paul Armstead.
by half a count on that one. I think he's used to the hard ball getting to him a little bit quicker than the softball.
Up to bat for Orange Crush is Paul Armstead, right fielder.
Paul Armstead plays in the DOD league a couple times a week, and he's constantly improving, consistent, and they need him right here, I'll tell you. With 2 outs here, if the Crush could get 1 run across and break the ice, they'd be off to a good start.
Oh, easily handled by Green. That's 3 down, but the Orange Crush did get 2 hits that inning. 5-0 with Son of Brew Crew leading. Hey, real quick, what do you think about Dave Barry pitching here? I mean, he's an excellent shortstop or third baseman, and he's on the mound today.
I think David Barry's the best pitcher in the men's league, and Dave Fink the other
Excluding
best pitcher.
present
yeah,
company,
present
right?
company accepted, because David Barry knows the hitters and has the. He's cool and collected out there, and he's not going to give them what they want to hit. And he'll be pitching for the All-Star team come tournament time next week, and I think it's a real wise choice on his part to pitch himself.
Leading off for the Son of the Brew Crew, Dave Barry.
Well, coming up to bat here is Dave Barry, the coach. And Dave, as we mentioned before in the first inning, led the league this year in hitting. I think he batted about 680. I don't think there was a lot of home runs in there, but I think there was about 16 RBIs, which is close to the top of the RBI list this year.
Well, his all-time batting average is the best in the league. Over the last 2 years, he's hit over 650, and you just tough to beat that. I think we're going to see David waiting on a few pitches here, wait to get the pitch he's comfortable with, and he's going to line it right to left field. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what you can predict there. Right back to the pitcher. Good reaction by Dave Fink. That's unusual. Dave likes to go up the middle. He kind of learned something about 6 games in the season.
Paul
that
Anderson the third, the batter for the Son of Brew Crew.
he told me if he does a half swing, he can get it right up the middle, and I think that's what he's trying to do now, just get on the base.
It's unusual for 2 reasons, that David didn't get a hit and that I was incorrect.
There's a base hit to left field by Carl Anderson III. Kenny Moltz picks it up. Carl stays at first. 1 out. Runner on first. Coming up to bat, John Green, the shortstop.
Now batting for the Son of Brew Crew, John Green.
John's a real strong young guy, but he's got to make the transition from hard ball to softball, and of course it's more advantageous for him to be accelerating in hardball right now, but now that's over with and he's going to concentrate solely on softball, and I know he's working on getting his timing right for this much slower pitch.
Well, one thing about this, just real quick, well, there's a base hit, looks like it. Now Jurgensen handles that one, backed up a little bit. Throw comes into second, Anderson at first, 2 outs, and coming up to bat, Billy Mims. Now, what I was going to say real quick is that this year, I think more than any, there's a lot of young players in the league, first-time players.
Now batting, Billy Mims.
And it's nice to get them, but the point I was going to make is John's father, John Green Sr., played in this league a couple of years, and he's missed. I mean, it's nice having some of the older fathers, players in the league, and
yeah, John's one of the few guys to hit 3 home runs in 1 game, and he's the last guy to do it before Kenny Moltz did it this season. And it's nice to have John Jr. in the league.
Yeah.
But here's Billy Mims up.
Goes to shortstop, that's through the hole. Anderson holds at second, Mims goes to first, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. And on a bad throw.
No, Kenny made a good throw there. John, unfortunately, didn't put a glove on it, and he let it get it out of bounds, so each runner gets a base. Mims goes to second, Carl the third goes to third.
That's got to hurt you.
E5.
Now you got runners in scoring position
Now
here.
batting for the Sunnibrook
With 2 out.
Steve Lombell.
Well, this batter will determine whether that little mental error there will hurt Orange Crush. But a hit here brings in 2 runs without a doubt, with Mims standing on second base.
And Lombell's background is the same as John Green's. He's played baseball for Parkdale. He's played a little Babe Ruth. And he's a baseball player. Let's see if we can get that swing down here to bring in somebody from either second or third, if we can get them both in.
Well,
Myrick's got time in the field here. He's the umpire.
The discussion between Meyer and Dillon is that time was called.
Correction by the umpire on that throwing error, that catching error coming to third.
Carl had already rounded second base. That's the difference. Carl had rounded second base all the way up to where the shortstop normally stand, and then he went back to second on the throw. But when the ball was played and went out of bounds, he is rightfully so awarded the base he was going to plus 1 additional base. So Jimmy Meyer corrects the error there, and everything is copacetic. Fink faces Steve Lombell.
Long hit by Stevie Lombell in the gap. Moltz comes over and handles it. That's a third out. But what was bad for the Orange Crush that time is to let that run score on a bad throw. We're going to be back up here with the Orange Crush coming up to bat at bottom of the third. Holds up at first. Fink on base with an error. Come up to bat for the Orange Crush is Coach Bill Love.
All right, that's the first time this game that the leadoff batter for the Orange Crush has gotten on base, and in my opinion, you know, in anybody's book, the leadoff hitter is the most important. And when he's on first base, I think the Crush can put things in gear with B. Love hitting and then Kenny Moltz right behind him.
You're right. They got to get some guys on the bag here. The Coach Love is batting .382 for the year with 5 RBIs. Batting second in the position, right back to the pitcher. 1, bad throw. Love stays at first. Fink out at second base. 1 down, runners on first. Coming up to bat for the Orange Crush, Kenny Boom Boom Moltz.
And that was a real nice play by Carl III, even though the throw wasn't perfect. He got everything on it he could possibly get on it, and a great play by Howard Gore would have got B. Love at first. So that's the way to do it with that big fence over there. You got nothing to lose. B wasn't going anywhere.
You're right.
Okay, Kenny Moltz.
Coming to bat, Kenny Moltz, left-hander.
And what? Moltz, first player picked in the draft. 3 home runs in 1 game early in the season.
All-star selection.
A lot to prove here.
Gets a base hit through second. Love round second, going home.
The play, the plate. Oh.
Nice shot by Kenny Moltz. Bill Love scores on that. I don't think we're going to give him an RBI. There was an error out there on Billy Mims, but Kenny Moltz is on second base, 1 out. Coming up to bat for the Orange Crush, Paul Jurgensen.
Yeah, Carl III misplayed that throw in from the outfield. He was in a hurry to get his hand on it and throw it home, but it would have been an interesting play at the plate.
Paul Jurgensen this year is batting .451 with 16 RBIs. And we'd like to put a quick thing in here for Paul to congratulate him and his fiancée. They're getting married the first week of September, and we'd like to wish all our best for Paul and his fiancée, Colleen.
Yeah, Paul's really unhappy about that. He hit a low pitch, and he got under it.
The wedding or the pitch?
Hey, I didn't know what you were saying. If that's the wedding or the hit. Yeah, it was. I'm sure, Colleen, that was not intended for you. That was a little short pop-up to the shortstop, John Green, but you know, that was...
Hey, we're here to discuss softball, not matrimonial plans.
Hey.
And we'd like to take the time out real quick for our other statistician in the booth here, Jay McCarl, to congratulate him on his upcoming matrimonial ceremony. Congratulations, Jay.
Hey, thanks very much.
Very emotional statistician.
Okay, back to the ball game here.
I'm in the mood.
Dorsey gets a single here, and we got another run for the Crush. I think it would be important to get Moltz home at this time, because they got the run back that they gave up cheap in the top half of the inning. Now they want to make a further dent in that lead.
Whoa! Hot bounce to over John Green's head. Moltz comes home. Dorsey stays at first. That just took a bad hop.
Oh, it sure did. And he was staying down on the ball like any good shortstop would, and that thing hit something out there and took off over his head. Nothing he could do about that.
Well, we did have some rain earlier today, and the ground is not, I mean, it's some dirt chunks out there, mud on the field a little bit. Just took a bad hop. Coming up to bat for the Orange Crush now is Mike Sapp.
Mike's a first-year player who the Orange Crush got cheap in the later rounds. I guarantee you that won't happen again next year because he's too good a hitter.
Yeah, Mike Sapp for the first year here, his first year in the league, batted .500.
Well, he really goes up there confident and hits nothing but line drives mostly. And he's a real team ball player, as you can see by him taking that walk.
That's right. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Coming up to bat for the Orange Crush is third baseman John Novak.
Yeah, 2 outs. And it is 2 outs, and that
I'm sorry.
makes this at-bat by Novak all that much more important. He doesn't look at anything, and he hits that first pitch, and I tell you, Green is having a hell of a day at short. They got to find somebody else to hit it to.
Yeah, you're right. That was a nice pickup by John, and flipped it right over to Carl.
Carl, why don't you cut it, bud?
Coming up to bat for Center Brew Crew is Russell Grimes.
When I used to show up.
Real quick, we got Jay McCarl up in the booth here.
6'2".
And Jay, what did you think of the league this year? I mean, both you and our team, Motown men, got beat the first day. And just, I guess, bad luck with your team. You and John Heiser were both out of town, and your team went down with 2 games. But what about the season? Anything you'd like to comment on how you did this past year?
Well, I think really the spirit of the league is one of participation and sportsmanship, and you've got to agree that most of the league was very well balanced this year.
I agree.
Everybody,
especially with the 2 new teams that came in. I mean, we're 2 new coaches this year. I think that both those teams, one of them's out here in the field, Center Brew Crew, and Carl Anderson's team, I don't think they had anything to regret this past year.
No, it's been a good season all the way around, and you go out there and you play hard and you do your best, and everybody wants to win, of course, but it's good for the town. It's good civic activity. It's a type of activity most towns don't have, and that's the truth. And we have a nice facility and a nice league.
And we're glad to live in Berwyn Heights. That was
4-3.
Russell Grimes out at first base with 1 down. Coming off the bat is Howard Gore, first baseman for Son of Brew Crew. Howard is a pitcher also for this team, but Dave Berry took over that position today for him. I don't know. I'm sure Dave has his reasons. It'd be nice to get Dave out in the field for defense, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What do you
Base hit by Howard to left field. He holds it first. Ball comes into second. They hold up. Coming up to bat, Jimmy Bryan. Jimmy batting .130 for the year, 3 hits. It's nice to have Jimmy Bryan in the league this year. In fact, last year on our Motown men, he was my catcher, and I'm not saying we greatly missed him this year because we had 2 fine catchers, but it's nice to have Jimmy in the league and playing on a good team like this. He can get that base hit every now and then.
Yeah, even on a hot day like today, he's out there for all 3 games if that's what it takes, and he paces himself out there, and he does what it takes to win. Let's see if he can pull it down the left field line and do something with it this time. I think they got 2 strikes on him, right?
3-0, I think.
Oh, excuse me, jeez.
3-0 pitch, well, almost 2 strikes.
Well,
Here's the first one.
3-1 now, folks.
Dave Fink, probably one of the better pitchers in the league. It's very rare to have him throw 4 balls. Jimmy looking at the pitch. That's 2 strikes, full count. He calls time, steps out of the box. I don't think he liked that last call.
yeah, well, here it is, 3-2, and it's got to be good for Jim to swing at it. He won't swing at a bad one.
And
Oh, really?
Jimmy strikes out with that foul ball. Coming up to bat for Son of Brew Crew is Mike Rosenthal.
And Paul Jurgensen's into this game, I'll tell you.
Man, won't be playing 30 years from now.
Jurgensen's
30
in a
years.
wheelchair. He's still playing.
Mike Rosenthal this year batted .476 with 5 RBIs.
He took it down the right field line last time up, and he'll be looking for the same thing this time.
That little blooper right over the first baseman's head. Goes back to the pitcher. Fink goes for the easy out. And that's 3 down, Son of Brew Crew. The score, after 6 innings, 6-2. I'm sorry, after 4 innings, 6-2, Son of Brew Crew leads. Coming up to bat for the Orange Crush is Steve Beckham, right center fielder. Pops up. Handled by Bill Keane easily, third baseman.
Well,
1 down.
Steve's not too happy about that. Leadoff hitter, like I say, is really important to a team like the Crush because they don't have much run threats, have many home run threats, and they're a singles team. They got to get 5 hits in a row to get something going. And once again, the Crush has not looked at more than 2 pitches any time up.
Base hit by Joe Dennison over to first baseman's head. Dennison with a stand-up single there. No problem. He's been known to slide in the first. He has.
Listen, I tell you, Joe Dennison, round for round, is the best pick in the men's league. Like you say, 1 year recently, he led the league in RBIs. The guy never stops. He's fast. He hits line drives. He's here every week, and he doesn't have a bad glove on him. He's just underrated. That's all there is to it.
I agree. Coming up to bat for the Orange Crush is Roland Hoke, second baseman.
And Dennison's by the next round.
Little short shot to John Green, the shortstop. That's 2 down. Runners on first. Coming up to bat for the Orange Crush is right fielder Paul Armistead.
Paul is consistent, 350 on the year.
Line shot to the third baseman, Keane, easily handled. That ends Orange Crush's inning again.
And once again, he hit the first pitch, and Crush is not going to get anywhere unless they make the yellow team think about what they're doing out there. They're back in the dugout before you know it, and that's just not going to win it for the Crush.
347. He's got 1 ball, 1 strike on him.
We're about midway through the game, and we're at the point where the yellow team has the ability to break the backs of the Orange Crush. But then again, if they don't score, they leave the door open for the Crush to get a rally going, which they are famous for their rallies, and get right back into this thing. Now, it's a strikeout to Delaney.
That's right.
And the first out is always the most important, and the Crush is off on a good foot this inning.
That's right. That's an easy out. Coming up to bats, top of the order for the Son of Brew Crew, Paul Tully.
Tully's got 2 hits today. First one down the left field line, second one right over the second base. And
your prediction comes true to right field. Hits it to Joe Dennison. Paul Tully scattering hits all over the field today. That was a nice shot right over first baseman's head.
Yeah, Paul's over 35, and but his stock hasn't gone down any. He's still got the biggest mitt and the biggest mouth in the league, and he continues to hit. Yeah, and I tell you, when he hits, this team goes because Bill Keane is right behind him, and then David Berry behind Bill.
Hey, he does his job. He's leadoff hitter. His job is to get on the base. Coming up to bat right now is Billy Keane. Another one of the notorious left-handers that Son of Brew Crew probably has at least 5 batters that are left-handers. And Bill likes to wait on a good pitch. He can put that ball all the way to the fence.
Yeah, Bill is riding back on his hindquarters there, and I think all he really needs to do is use his natural stroke and hit with his arms, not get off balance. Let's see what he looks like up here.
Foul ball.
Ooh.
Going for that line, though.
That was strike 2, and that probably missed by a good
17 inches.
Yeah, 17 inches.
Carl Anderson, our seeing eye dog up here, said it missed by about 17 inches, and we know he knows that right field line, so he knows. Yes, Carl does know the creek. He's probably put about $45 worth of balls in the creek this year. In fact, we're making him buy a bird dog next year. Oh, Beckham with a nice stop at first. Can't turn it to anything, though. But that was a nice stop by Steve.
Beautiful.
It held the runner at second.
It sure did. Tully would have undoubtedly been at least on third. And that's important, you know, because they still have the force set up. And if they can, you know, maintain their composure and get a ground ball. But David Berry, unfortunately, is a big clutch hitter. And I think with 2 guys on and the force set up, he's going to be thinking about getting it out of the infield.
Yeah, Dave was in that home run hitting derby earlier. He went over 10 as probably about 90% of the entrants did. but Dave can put it out.
I'll tell you something.
Novak goes to third, gets him out. Nice play by John Novak, nice head-up play. Barry goes to first. Keene holds at second. 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Carl the Bambino Anderson.
Yeah, real nice play by John, and David definitely didn't do what he wanted to do there. But with the fact that there was no outs, 1 out, excuse me, the stage is still set for Carl III to do something here.
I don't know if Carl was in the home run hitting derby.
No.
Jay McCarl won that this morning with a 20% home run ratio. He had 2 out of 10 out of the park, and Jimmy Meyer came in second with 1 out of 10. Nobody else cleared the fence.
No, but with 2 outs here and the game 6-2, I think Carl is looking to hit the ball as hard as he can someplace, and that includes out of play, meaning over the fence. It's because a 3-run tater here would make it 9-2, and that might break the back of the crush. Yeah, Carl's looking for a pitch he can take out of here. There's no doubt about it.
Will affect his concentration.
Shot by Carl Anderson. Nice play by Paul Jurgensen. Nice play. Way to come in for it. And that kind of took out a little of the thrust that Son of Brew Crew wanted to get that inning with their top of their order coming up. But Orange Crush, great defensive job. Holds it to no runs scored, and they're coming here looking for a good rally here, BA. They need it right now.
Well, this is the situation we talked about. The door is open for Orange Crush to do something here. Let's see what happens.
Mims under it. Right center fielder easily handles that one. That's 1 out for the Orange Crush. And this is the top of the order. This is where they got to kick it in a little bit, BA. I mean, you can't have the top of your order come up short.
Like once again, they hit the first pitch, and the Crush is 1 for 8 the first 4 batters. You're not going to win too many games hitting like that out of the guys who really need to produce.
You're right. Coming up to bat is the coach, Bill Love.
He's been working out with the weights, and he takes the ball real strong to left.
This one goes right to Keene, the third baseman. Keene easily handles it, fires over to Gore. That's 2 up, 2 down. Coming up to bat is Kenny Moltz, probably their most powerful offensive weapon on the Orange Crush.
Yeah, but with 2 outs and nobody on, even your most powerful offensive weapon has still got to look for the base hit rather than the tater, in my opinion. But then again, Kenny's going to get up there looking to hit it as hard as he can somewhere, and we'll see what happens. I think he should, look to hit with 1 strike on him and try to get on base, try to get something going.
But Kenny Moltz likes to wait on a strike. Just sit back a little bit and get set in that box. Long shot by Kenny. In the gap. To defense. Moltz might take that all the way home. Coming in his third. Holds up. He was looking to go home. Novak held him there. Nice shot by Kenny. Right in the gap out there between left center and right center. That was a nice hit by Kenny.
That really was, and that's a real capable right center fielder, Billy Mims, who gave it all he could to come within an arm's length of that ball, but he played it smart. Actually, it was Steve Lambell who was backing him up nicely, who played it off the fence, and a good example of good defense out there to hold him to a triple on that, because that could have been inside the Parker if they didn't hit the cutoff man.
I agree. Up to bat's Paul Jurgensen. If Paul can get a base hit here.
Oh, man.
Oh, but he just pops up to the pitcher. I think that would have really helped Orange Crush if they got Moltz in from third base there, but that just kind of takes all the air out of their sail, the wind out of their sail there.
Well, Paul Jurgensen might have been reading his own press. His first time selection to the All-Star team, and he might be getting up there looking to muscle up and not concentrating on what he does best, just a little base hit.
Up to bat for Son of Brew Crew is John Green, a shortstop. Jay McCarl, statistician, just informed me that John Green is only a junior this year at Parkdale, so he's got another year to play. He drills that one out to Paul Jurgensen, left center fielder. That's 1 down, coming up to bat. This is the middle of the Son of Brew Crew order. It's Billy Mims, second baseman and right center fielder.
Kenny Moltz comes in to switch gloves. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. But
I think the umpire should check. I think he's got a foreign object in that glove.
The old Emery board.
That doesn't help that much when you're playing left field, though.
No, but Kenny doesn't know that.
Come up to bat's Billy Mims, right center fielder. Billy was a first-year player this year. puts it right back to Roland Hoke, second baseman. That's 2 up, 2 down for Son of Brew Crew. Come up to bat is Steve Lumbell, left center fielder.
Yeah, Crush is starting to put it together defensively out there. And,
Defensively maybe, but not offensively.
No, that's right. That little lead, that 4-run lead, it could hold up unless Crush can get in here and do something. Of course, there's only 2 outs in this inning.
Long hit by Lumbell, out to Paul Jurgensen again, getting a lot of action. That's 3 up, 3 down. That was a nice inning for the Orange Crush defensively. Coming up to bat, bottom of the order for the Orange Crush. The score is 6-2 in favor of Son of Brew Crew. Stop, puts it right back to John Green. Fires him out. Nice throw by John Green. This is the top of the 7th. This is it. If Orange Crush doesn't do anything here, that's the game. And they've got to play Tommy Love's Tar Heels right after this if that's the situation.
Yeah, 2 reasons the Crush wants to get something going here. If they can't get enough to win this game, they at least want to get something going to carry off over into their next game. Because they'll be playing within 5 minutes of ending this game. And you just can't turn this kind of stuff on and off. You got to get something started, and you might as well get it started right here.
I agree. Up at bat is the catcher, Mike Sapp. Puts one, nice. Green bobbles it, nice hard hit by Mike Sapp. Runners at first, 1 down. Up at bat for the Orange Crush is the third baseman, John Novak.
Yeah, that was a base hit all the way by Mike Sapp. A lot of shortstop couldn't even have got to that ball, but John made the best play he could on it. Mike, and here comes John Novak, first pitch again.
Deep to right fielder, Sapp going to second, holds up. Novak advances the runner with that long fly ball to right field. 2 out. Steve Beckham, right center fielder, I'm sorry, for the Orange Crush.
All right, Beckham called first strike, so now he's a hitter. And he's plays a lot of golf. Steve's tended to get out under the ball sometimes. I know now he's looking to straighten one out and get this Orange Crush team, get at least a run across here in the form of Mike Sapp standing on second base.
High fly ball, that should end the game to Stevie Lombell. That's it. Son of Brew Crew gets a little bit of break here, and Orange Crush comes up to play the Tar Heels. We'll have that game coming right up.
And let me set up the rest of the tournament for everybody. The winner of the next game, either the Tar Heels or the Orange Crush, will have to come back and face the Son of Brew Crew and beat them twice. So the Son of Brew Crew definitely in the driver's seat. The team that eventually wins the next game is looking at 3 games in a row. So Son of Brew Crew in the driver's seat. Let's see who gets to play him. Will it be the Orange Crush or the Tar Heels?
This is Jimmy McGinnis and Brian Moore signing off, and we'll have the next game coming right up.